Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Power Art. Today, we're going to be reacting to Wile E. Coyote versus Tomcat, Looney Tunes versus Tom and Jerry. Current record for Death Battle is 35-20. Been looking forward to this episode because Wile E. Coyote is one of my favorites cartoon characters of all time. So I'm going to be a little bit biased here. I am 100% rooting for Wile E. Coyote to win this. So yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and get this started.
Fight!
Okay.
Wile E. Coyote, the fastest and furriestest of the Looney Tunes.
Tomcat, the powerhouse pussycat from Tom and Jerry.
The fans voted for it and we're here to deliver.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay. So far, for the little bit I've seen from the stuff in the background, this is gonna be fucking fire. Okay.
In tales told over shimmering campfire by the tribes people of North America, there was no figure so cunning, so bold as Coyote. To the Miwok, he was a Prometheus who stole fire from the heavens to give to humanity. To the Sewetmuk, he was
Already starting off, Coyote is the GOAT.
a foolish trickster who could die and return to life.
And to the brothers Warner, he's just a poor dumb schmuck who can't catch a break.
To this day, the great Coyote
Full name: Wile E. Ethabot Coyote. Species. Okay. Okay.
stalks the American Southwest, hunting his indefatigable prey, the Roadrunner. And this modern
Fuck it. That was it. Okay. Fuck. Okay, that's a lot. Inspired by Mark Twain and pre-1949 chase cartoons. Okay.
Wile E. Coyote is driven by a ruthless entrepreneurial spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, and it drove him straight off a cliff. He'll chase that bird-shaped happily ever after to his own inevitable undoing. Such is the lot of the common man.
You might not expect it from an anthropomorphic canine Job, but Wile E. was born the son of world-famous hunter Cage E. Coyote. His father raised him from infancy to hound his avian adversary and forbade him to speak until he tasted victory. On the face, an easy task.
Wile E. occasionally speaks, most commonly in his crossovers with bugs, but is largely silent by KG's instructions. Okay.
Coyotes are incredibly adaptable predators, capable of hunting in both rural and urban environments.
They're also speedy little demons. They can sprint at up to 43 miles per hour, though that's cold comfort when that blue meeping bastard can make beams of light look stone still or outrun a car that was moving fast enough to travel through time.
Frankly, it's incredible that Wile E. manages to consistently keep up with his prey at all, but he does.
No, really, it's actually stated that only a, quote, tiny little extra burst of speed separates the Coyote and the Roadrunner. Heck, Bugs Bunny himself needed to take
Bugs once manually filled the Grand Canyon with a normal shovel within seconds, a feat over 57,300 times the faster than light. Oh, fuck. Okay.
take super speed supplements in order to move fast enough to outrun Wile E.
But almost as fast isn't fast enough. Fortunately, Wile E's got an endless assortment of gadgets, gizmos, and reams of blueprints to make up the difference.
Okay,
He's got your classics like dynamite, anvils, and spring-loaded boxing
That's
gloves,
a lot. I
along with
can't
heavier
read
artillery
that.
like heat-seeking missiles, a 10 billion volt electromagnet, and a friggin' trebuchet, a Reddit favorite.
Many of which he invented himself and uses in excruciatingly detailed schemes that inevitably go awry. Despite being a self-described super genius, Wile E has an officially measured IQ of 3.
That's
Damn.
the same IQ as a cactus.
Okay, the test results were fake, but he's still an idiot.
So why not let a
Oh.
soulless corporation do the hard work for him?
Acme sells any product that you can imagine, and Wile E is their most devoted customer,
Yep.
contributing up to 99% of its multi-billion-dollar revenue.
Thanks for the inherited
Wow, okay.
wealth, Pops. Oh, don't worry, I'm spending it all in one place.
He's got an Acme Book of Magic, Acme Clone-O-Matic, Acme Death Ray, Acme City in a Box, Acme Universal Remote, which can pause, fast forward, and rewind a person through time.
Too bad half the stuff Wile uses is intentionally sabotaged because Acme's board of directors is exclusively Roadrunners. My man cannot catch a break, but he sure can take some punishment.
Listen up. Grab the
No.
fam, call your crew.
I
'cause
have my
it's
own
ice
way to
cream
make
making
ice cream.
time.
Shut the
And
fuck up.
tonight, we're churning
Nah.
up some serious.
No matter the severity of his failures, Wile is still a toon and can bounce back from just about anything.
He's
Yeah.
been sliced, stabbed, squashed, exploded, melted, blasted into a constellation, and overall verbed for the last 87 years
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
without ever actually dying. He once got fully disintegrated into ash and popped back up like it was nothing.
Similar to the immortal Coyote of Sewetmuk legend.
He's also shattered the fourth wall tons of times and even left the comic page entirely to catch the Roadrunner. Ah, so close.
Believe it or not, there is actually a biological reason for these abilities. Loony DNA. Every toon's got
Okay,
it, not just
okay.
the loony ones. And it's what lets them survive fatal damage
In addition to Daffy's survival of total erasure on 2 occasions, other tunes like Furball have regenerated from soul destruction, and Bugs has returned from informational destruction in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Fuck, okay.
up to being fully erased off the page, essentially dictating
Damn.
their personal slice of reality to whatever is funny.
Like how gravity only affects the Coyote when he looks down.
Toons are immune to the laws of physics as we know them.
That's
Okay,
why
okay.
Wile developed a counter to this immortality, the Loony DNA Dissolver, which leaves Toons vulnerable to fatal wounds the same way we are. Yet again,
Okay.
so close. You can't say he hasn't tried everything.
It was Wile's experience as a veteran toon that landed him a job at Acme University as department chair of the School of Hard Knocks, teaching up-and-coming Tiny Toons how to use their abilities.
Okay, so Naruto.
And just like Naruto's jutsus,
Okay,
Toon
okay.
Force works like an actual power system, with more experienced toons like Wile who are more powerful than their younger counterparts.
And that means Wile should be capable of
The
replicating
fuck
feats
is
and
this
abilities
shit?
performed by any other Looney Tune, like traveling between different mediums or altering the plot of the cartoon he's in.
And my favorite was the time Plucky Duck used Marvin the Martian's matter transmogrifier.
Universal feats are common even for weak tunes. Amira Duff survived the end of the universe. The Warners caused a Big Bang, and Plucky once pulled a new universe from his pocket and unfurled it at 1.9 trillion times light speed. Fuck, okay.
To suck up the entire universe.
And then suck up the animator animating his universe.
And then suck up the animator's universe for good measure.
Wiley's got a cushy 10-year job teaching that stuff. Impressive for an abject failure at his life mission. He's helped stop a meteor from destroying Earth, beat the Monstars in basketball, and even, oh snap, caught the Roadrunner! Oh wait, never mind, so damn close!
According to 1977's Tweety and Sylvester issue 67, Wile E. Coyote has attempted to catch the Roadrunner 4,766,842 times. Scaling to the present, that's
Damn.
over 10 million failures.
That takes dedication, or maybe self-destructive stubbornness. Too blinded by bird lust to see the forest for the trees.
But Acme's intentional malfunctions and Coyote's recklessness don't account for all of his catastrophes. There's something else, something grander, otherworldly, standing in the way of our furry friend's salvation.
Wiz, there's no other way to say it. God is just plain out to get this guy.
Damn.
And by God,
Fuck.
we mean the closest thing that exists for Coyote and Roadrunner. Chuck Jones.
The guy that created him and helped forge the Looney Tunes into how we know him today.
Originally meant to
Okay.
be a parody of earlier chase cartoons like, well, Tom and Jerry, Jones established several rules for their animated shorts that superseded Coyote's reality warping toon
Hold on.
ability.
The Roadrunner cannot harm the Coyote except by going beep beep. No outside forces can harm the Coyote, only his own ineptitude and failure of Acme products. The Coyote could stop any time if he were not a fanatic. Repeat, a fanatic is one who redoubles his efforts. when he has forgotten his name. George Satayama Yana. No dialogue as ever, except beep beep. The roadrunner must stay on the road, otherwise, logistically, he would not be called roadrunner. All actions must be confined to the natural environment of the two characters, the Southwest American desert. All materials, tools, weapons, and or mechanical conveniences must be obtained from the Acme Corporation. Whenever possible, make gravity. Whenever possible, make gravity the Coyote's greatest enemy. A Coyote is always more humiliated than harmed by his failures.
Rules that cover his obsession, faulty products, and the fact that
While other Looney Tunes creatives like Michael Maltese has asserted that they were unaware of these rules. Jones himself outlined them clearly in his autobiography. Okay.
no outside force, not even the Roadrunner, is to blame for his defeat. Just him.
While other
Oh,
creatives
no.
have altered this formula in the decades since Jones's departure, these rules have effectively made the Coyote's defeats cosmically ordained.
God nerfed Wile Coyote. In all our years making Death Battle, we have never seen a handicap like that.
But what else can you expect from our fanatical furry fail son?
Damn.
He's the Sultan of Slapstick, the CEO of Second Place, the swing and a miss superstar. As long as he picks himself back up and dusts off the ashes, that'll never be all, folks, for Wile Coyote.
If you send over 10 emails a day and you don't use
Nah, I
Grammarly,
don't-
you
I
need
don't
to stop
need
and
you.
watch this video.
Nah, I
One of their
don't,
features that I
Grammarly,
love
go
is
fuck
strategic
off.
suggestions.
Whew. Fuck. I'm a little worried. Wile Coyote is going to sabotage himself. Oh my god.
The year was 1939. War raged in Europe between the British Tommies
Okay.
and the German Jerrys. As the beleaguered English made their miraculous escape from the German encirclement off the coast of Dunkirk, one might have called the battle a game of cat and mouse.
Oh wow, is that actually where their names come from? I'm looking this up.
Regardless of their names' origin,
Okay.
William Hanna and Joseph Barbera's infamous cat and mouse duo became the undisputed kings of slapstick comedy.
The formula is simple, and we all know it. Tomcat chases Jerry Mouse around the house. Brutal,
Okay,
bone
yep,
shaking.
yep.
I felt that in my balls. Violence
Oh,
ensues.
I remember
and
that
Tom is
episode.
reprimanded by Mammy Two Shoes.
Across Tom and Jerry's history, Tom has been under various households and owners. As such, these owners can be used to identify the era of their cartoon.
Who is, let's say, very much from the 1940s.
And if you're like me, all you wanted to see was Tom wipe that smug
okay.
smirk off that little rat's face. Despite my well-documented hatred of cats, even I've got to cringe at years of propaganda to convince us to side with the filthy, flea-ridden rodent over
Damn.
man's second
Damn.
best friend. Oh, big yawn.
House cats like Tom are actually some of Earth's most successful predators. They can run up to 30 miles per hour, leap 6 feet high, and despite being commonly perceived as nocturnal, they're actually crepuscular
Okay.
and hunt in the dawn and evening.
Tom specifically is a British shorthair. They're strong, stocky Roman cats bred to withstand harsh conditions. And for
Garfield.
Tom, harsh conditions is an understatement.
Tom has collected a crazy assortment of weapons in his war against mousekind. Sure, most of it is the stuff you can find around the average American household, like baseball bats, lead pipes, and
And guns! Lots and lots of guns. But he's got wackier things like a magic wand, a
Okay,
robo-cap,
okay.
vanishing cream, and a smart cap that gives him all the knowledge in the world.
I'm partial to the sword of light and
Yo, hold up. If he gets that, uses that, he could create the thing that Wile created. Oh god.
dark, which severs you from your own shadow, or the rewind remote, which can move your victim backwards through time.
And you can't forget the cat car and cat jet, spelled with K's, of course, but just the cat part.
Tom's arsenal is
In Tom and Jerry's The Fast and the Fury, the cat vehicle sliced through Australia, destroyed Mount Everest, swirled the Atlantic Ocean, closed the Grand Canyon, and destroyed the Great Wall of China.
heavily
Okay.
improvisational, which fits his quick thinking in fights over Thanksgiving turkey. Though he often loses his bouts with Jerry, it's not usually because he's dumb or incompetent. Rather, he's just genuinely outplayed.
And even in defeat, he's
Okay,
one
okay.
tough son of a gun. He's been crushed.
Hold up. Welcome back. Anyways, let's continue this.
Blown up, had every bone in his body broken, shattered, melted, and vaporized to dust, and survived.
Well, mostly. Tom actually has kicked the bucket multiple times, but little known cat fact, he has 9 lives, as established in the episode Heavenly Puss.
Oh, Wiz was conducting some different kind of research when he stumbled on that episode.
Very funny. Even if Tom starts to use his lives up, he has a potion that just restores them.
Or he can physically go get them back from hell.
Okay,
Where
okay.
all cats go.
Extremely hardcore for a tune, but there isn't much of a
Damn,
limit
okay.
to what Tom can do.
Saving money feels
Yeah,
right.
respect
Just
you,
like when things are packed tight
but
inside.
no.
Get Auto and
He can clone himself, levitate in
Okay,
the air,
okay.
make his imagination real, and even break the fourth wall and enter the real world.
Yeah, if you only watch the classic cartoons from the 40s, you may be in for a shock. Tom and Jerry gets buck wild, much like the actual inspirations for their names.
Okay.
Thank you, Google.
Oh, you're still on this?
Dodoy Whiz. They were actually named after the 2 characters in Pierce Egan's delightful life in London, Jerry Hawthorne and Corinthian Tom. It was
Okay.
adapted to the stage with the title Tom and Jerry, which later became a catch-all term in 1800s England for young, drunken rabble-rousers.
One could, in fact, say that many rabbles were roused the times Tom destroyed a planet-busting asteroid, lifted up the sun, and was blown up into a constellation. And he was
Damn.
just fine. Just a bunch of stars now, but he's okay.
He taked an explosion that launched him through time to the Stone Age and has run through space at massively faster than light speeds.
That shouldn't be a surprise when he and Jerry have been at each
I don't know what's going on with my camera. Okay. Anyways, Tom scales to Screwy, Squirrel, and Droopy, having defeated the latter in Tom and Jerry's Magic Ring (GBA). Droopy was superior to a criminal that outran the animation strip. Screwy Squirrel was fast enough to be in 2 places at once mid-combat.
each other's throats for over 80 years now. But what may surprise you is the fact that at the end of the day, they're actually friends.
And they've worked together tons of times to save the day, like when they helped a little orphan girl, Robin Starling, find her way home. Oh, that's a nice end to their story.
Don't you believe it? Now is when we have to talk about
Damn.
Tom and Jerry Chase. Long ago,
Alright, okay.
the warrior god, Lord of Sichuan, Erlong Shen, battled the tricksy and indomitable Mouse King atop Peach Mountain, leading the goddess
But is fucking Jerry Sun Wukong okay?
Celeste to declare the 2 the strongest warriors in the realm. And they
Okay.
were, in fact, Tom and Jerry. They were even stronger than Devil Tom, who repelled corruption by the darkness. This mysterious, malevolent force threatened to consume the Tree of Life, whose branches encompass all of time and space. Banding together, these warriors used the star element to dispel the darkness and save the universe.
What the fuck?
Well, it may sound completely insane.
What the fuck? There's little to suggest that Tom and Jerry / the MGM multiverse contains an infinite cosmos within it. However, the Tree of Life must at least encompass the heavenly abyss and earth realms, as the darkness threatens all of the chase worlds. Okay, Okay.
It is. Chase is a Chinese mobile gacha game whose lore is not entirely in keeping with the spirit of the source material. However, it is officially licensed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, which
What?
means we have to include it in our research.
So that the gods may grant us mere mortals some heavenly push.
No!
Friendly rivalry aside, though, Tom has actually managed to catch the little rat fair and square a few times.
By my count of the original shorts, 19 times.
I could watch him on repeat forever. Too bad he's still a filthy feline. The only kitty I truly respect is named after booze.
Well then, you're in luck, because the Tom and Jerry of English literature later became the namesake for a famous Christmas cocktail.
Because there's no better way to get absolutely trashed than with good old Tom and Jerry.
Okay. Fuck. Who do I go with? I'm second with Wile Coyote. What the fuck am I talking about? Wile Coyote is here. He's going to kill this cat. And that's it. Death battle. Let's get this going. But there's the
Guess
ad.
what? Death Battle has merch now.
That's right,
Yeah.
Boomstick, and you can pick some up for yourself on our brand new website, deathbattle.gg.
Just click the merch tab at the top. We've got mugs, stickers, shirts, and more.
I'm partial to the official researcher's notebook. I promise it's not a death note. See, it says so right on
Damn.
the cover.
Sure. There's also exclusive merch for
I thought it was a death note. Fuck, I was going to get it.
website members, like my beer cooler, which keeps my beer nice and cold.
Okay,
And I
okay.
guess theoretically other beverages too.
Then there's the limited time Game Over tee, which won't be available much longer, so if you want it, go grab it quick.
We'll be releasing more stuff throughout the year, so check back for updates. Picking up an item or two really helps support independent Death Battle, so we want to say
Okay,
a big thank you to everybody that's already placed an order.
Head over to deathbattle.gg and pick the piece of Death Battle swag that's right for you. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a Death Battle!
Let's go, Wily! Why? I don't care about you. Hurry up. Time for death battle! House mouse. Okay, okay. Damn. Raider, Roadrunner, okay, okay. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Why? Why is it doing that? I don't like it. Okay. Okay. Cool. Coyote! K9 is some of this. Let's go. Fight! Oh no! Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Coyote. Fuck.
Come on, you apes! I want to live forever!
The fucking fat boy, okay. So it's survived the nuke, okay. Oh, we were supposed to like. We were supposed to all night long. The fuck? Okay. Yeah, as they stayed in the Southwest. Okay. Okay, okay. Coyote, cook this ass. Whoa, shit. Oh, oh, shit. Oh no. No, no. That's life 9. The Coyote?
Wile E. Coyote, super genius.
What?
Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time.
Let's go. Ah, God. I got scared for a second. I thought that my boy was going to lose. No, he won. Let's go. Tell them why.
No! Animal cruelty, no!
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening
Well, the tree
phenomena.
life encompasses at least three finite universes. The animator's universe transcends Looney Tunes as a whole, which encompasses an infinite universe, a Seververse, and a million timelines. So,
But
okay.
comparing Wile to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light,
Even
Wile could
outside
keep up with
scaling,
the Roadrunner.
To Roadrunner, Riley Cody outdoes Tom's quantifiable speed feats. His massively faster than light feats are numerous and impressive. He scales to low tier tunes like Plucky, who are faster than anything in Tom and Jerry, even accounting for Chase. Okay.
Who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wile gets the edge in stats.
Okay.
Wile's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental.
The Looney DNA dissolver can suppress regeneration greater than Tom's that functions similarly to the official Warner Brothers Twitter account has even stated that Tom and Jerry meet the criteria for being Looney and Tooney, suggesting that they would be vulnerable to dissolver effects. Okay.
To their essence.
And since the dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wile is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wile's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wile's narrative and force bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wile's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wile yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wile's cosmically
Acme also plays a substantial role in Wile's failures, potentially even having a hand in all of them. In Cartoon Network's Acme Hours TV spot, he immediately caught the Roadrunner by simply using generic brand equipment.
Ordained
Okay.
failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other tunes the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for. Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wile couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA Dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitation.
Okay. Even outside of the DNA dissolver, Wily could put Tom down permanently via sealing his soul, freezing him in time forever, or hypnotizing him into killing himself. Damn, that's some face right there. What is wrong with you, fucking camera? I'm looking right at you. All things Wily can and has done before. In contrast, Tom only when condition is turning the DNA dissolver against Wily. Okay.
On the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wile's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wile, whereas Wile's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wile gave one hell of a
Please stay on. Okay. Why you do this to me, man? Oh my god.
chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Let's go.
Next time on Death Battle.
Miles? Miles and Midoriya.
Subscribe and join.
I did not expect Miles Deku. Fuck, okay. That's fuck, Deku came back fast. Hey, I need Asta back and giving Asta actual fair shake and stuff. Man, come on. Y'all treat my boy right. Good death battle. I enjoyed it. I need to go to the right screen. Okay, yeah. This I agree with what Death Battle says. I want to try to wrap this up fast so my camera doesn't fuck me over again. The only thing I would have kind of wanted to see was it shows it like right around here ish, where he loses all right here, where he loses all of life 9. I wish it like showed like him losing all of his life. That's probably a little bit too much for to ask, but that's just something I would like to see. I enjoy this fight though. This is a good ass fight. I enjoyed it a lot. Original link to the original video will be in the description below. Be sure to go check out the death battle and give them a like and subscribe. And also be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Comment below what you would like to see me react to in the future. I am going through all of Death Battle and watching them, so stay tuned for those. Until next time, guys, I've been John. Happy seeing you.